Installing a processor board. This procedure should only be performed by a trained technician. Align the processor board with 3 guide flanges on the supporting metal sheet, and then install the processor board. Using a torque screwdriver set to the proper torque, fasten the 3 Phillips No. 1 screws per node on the processor board. Check the gap pads on the top side of the VR cold plate. If any of the gap pads on the top of the VR cold plate are damaged or missing, replace them. Replace the single-use gap pads on the bottom of the VR cold plate. Fasten the 4 Torx T10 screws to install the VR cold plate on the processor board. Install the front I/O board onto the system board assembly. There is a mylar sheet between the front I/O board and the supporting metal sheet. Insert the tip of the DIM tool between the front I/O board and the mylar sheet, and then use the tool to press the mylar sheet down, which should prevent the dip pins on the bottom of the FIO board sticking to the mylar sheet. Fasten the 2 M3PH1 screws to secure the front I/O board to the system board assembly. Fasten the 2 M3PH1 screws to secure the system I/O board to the system board assembly. Pull up the connector latches on the front I/O board and the system I/O board. Match the silk screen on the FPC cable and the connectors. Then, install the FPC cable on the front I/O board and the system I/O board. There is a white line on both ends of the FPC cable. Push the FPC cable into the connectors until you can no longer see the white lines. Press the latches to secure the FPC cable to the connectors. A label is attached to the COM port cable. Roll the label all the way around the cable to prevent it from interfering with the system connectors and water loop. Install the COM port cable on the front I/O board and system I/O board. Place the cable between the plunger and serial log connector. If applicable, when installing the system board assembly in Node A, install the leakage sensor holder. Place the leakage sensor holder on the tray and secure it with 2 screws. Holding the system board assembly by the thumb screw at the front and the tab beside the power connector, place it into the tray and slide the system board assembly forward to secure the front connectors in the corresponding openings on the front bezel. Install the rear cross brace and then fasten the Phillips No. 1 screws to secure it. Install the tray cover.